Whoa. Oh my God. Suck on my toe.
I'm cutting that out.
No.
How's the mic going, by the way?
Yeah, we were having some technical difficulties.
Meaning she didn't have her mic on.
It wasn't a coincidence, actually. You just like unplugged my mic because you don't want me on the podcast anymore.
I've done that for every podcast. What are you talking about? Don't you listen to the podcasts?
No.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
In fact, I anti-recommend people listen to it. I tell them to avoid it at all costs.
You go around reporting our posts on Instagram.
That's why we have so many takedown notices.
You're like, people can't hear this. They can't.
This can never see the light of day.
Too late. We're all we've already reached. I had a stroke. Shut up. I've had a long week, okay? I got period brain.
That reminds me of when Yoshi gets all sassy with me. Like if I come home after being gone for a while and she's like...
Wasn't she laughing in the middle of the night when you were trying to sleep? You and Yoshi were laughing together and Marco yelled at you.
Yeah,
you were being so loud.
Because I was laughing at a TikTok and then she started laughing. So then I was laughing at her laughing and then she was laughing at me laughing at her laughing. So then it just...
And then the TikTok started laughing at you guys, which was really weird.
And then Marco was like, can you two stop?
Like your fucking kids having a sleepover or something.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to fall asleep and like everyone else is asleep except for two people and they're fucking giggling their fucking heads off over nothing. You're just like sleep deprived and laughing at whatever.
Yeah, that
like
sounds like our childhood, actually.
Yeah, like someone said the word fart and you're just like...
That happened earlier. What I was talking about? Oh, so my parents are in Memphis right now or something, and they are at this bar watching this like live performance or whatever that they thought I'd want to watch 10 minutes of. And so they FaceTime me, not acknowledging that they were FaceTiming me. So the whole time I thought it was like a butt FaceTime. And so I'm just watching this woman sing like Sweet Tennessee Whiskey or whatever. Eventually I had to hang up because like we had to fucking record the podcast. And I was like, Jillian, watch them FaceTime me back. And like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then she's like, your phone explodes. And we laughed so fucking hard.
It's so dumb. I think it's just the visual of something exploding. Like
a contained explosion on my kitchen counter. Like a mushroom, like a miniature mushroom cloud.
I mean, like thinking about things exploding is just so funny. Like I'm sorry, just imagine a person just walking down the street and all of a sudden they're just like, and they just explode.
In like a puff of gas or smoke, like a magician, or no, like their body parts are going everywhere.
Yeah, like they literally just explode into a million pieces. Or like, I don't know, you're at the supermarket and you're inspecting like some fruit and all of a sudden the apple you're holding in your hand explodes.
I was picturing the person next to you exploding and then the person who works at the grocery store having to go wipe the blood up.
Not again. That's the 5th time this week.
I had another intrusive thought today of not exploding people walking down the street, but I was walking down Melrose after I'd done some writing at a coffee shop and this one like very Beverly Hills lady with like the little heeled booties and her little entourage of girlfriends was walking down the sidewalk. And it's a shit sidewalk. Like there's cracks everywhere.
And shit everywhere.
Yeah, and literal human feces everywhere. And she tripped and almost ate shit. She's like, oh my God. And no, I was just like, what if I just had the longest day and I just fucking fall face first onto the concrete, ceramic and dirt shattered all over, everyone's staring at me walking by and just immediately going My parents, meanwhile, live 7 hours away.
They FaceTime you to show you another musical performer.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to follow up on that story, but literally, like a minute later, they FaceTime me to show me another song.
When you said you had an intrusive thought about walking down Melrose, I then had an intrusive thought of you walking like this. Hold on.
For our audio listeners, which are all, Jillian just did one of the struts that I'm known for, where I push my shoulders
Like the
far too
John
back
Lennon walk where it looks like he's walking like that in that one famous picture of him. I'll put it on the video for the YouTube podcast. It's flashing right now.
Wow, okay. It's about fucking time you finally added some visual elements, you lazy bitch.
If I'm not feeling lazy, then yeah. If you don't see it, then sorry. I decided I hate all of you, so fuck you.
I decided to take a nap.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just get into certain moods where I'll walk like
silly, goofy mood.
Yeah. I walk like an alien who's trying to imitate how humans walk but can't quite get it right. Where their shoulders are just jerking back a little too much. They're a little too low to the ground. Their legs are just like pointed horizontally outwards like a duck.
Margot says sometimes I look like a penguin when I walk.
That's not nice. What does that like? You have a massive badonkus donk?
Yeah, I just waddle when I walk and I carry a big egg on my feet. Try to
you have
incubate
a baby
it.
penguin between your legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of well, I don't know if it was a baby, but I was walking to this coffee shop today through this residential neighborhood, and this cat was just hanging out in this front yard. And I went, pss, 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 pss.
As one does when they see a cat.
The cat call. And
the customary pss, 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 pss.
The only cat call I'm interested in, fellas. Yeah. Take notes. And it sauntered up to me and turned around to show me its butthole. And of course, as is customary, I gave it a light tap and proceeded to pet the cat until I felt it had...
Took a little sniff of the hole?
Yes, until it had experienced full utmost pleasure to the extent a cat can, and then I just carried on my merry way. But it was so bizarre because it just presented me its anus, and I was like, thank you.
I think that's just a thing that cats do.
Why don't dogs do that? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question.
Sometimes I want to be presented with some dog butthole too, man. I'm trying to see what's out there.
Yeah, I want a little variety in my animal holes, okay?
It's for scientific purposes. My parents told me that their dog will... They say spray. I almost said squirt. Ugh. Don't take this out of context. She'll spray when she gets excited.
Like she pees?
No. Like it's a skunk. Out her...
What?
Out her butthole. I've never experienced this, thank fucking God. But when she goes to the groomer, she has to have her anal glands expressed.
Dude, I was just gonna say my mom was fucking talking about that with my brother's dog because she was pet sitting him and she's like, I gotta go take Finley to get his anal glands expressed. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Please explain.
Yeah, first of all, what is that? And secondly, where can I get it done?
I was just gonna say, Jillian, of all people, I think you might be
I'm interested. Sign me up.
Oh my God. So I guess there must be like a gaseous, toxic or something buildup of scent. And I have to imagine it's an evolutionary thing that it like warded off other animals or whatever.
Is that why dogs sniff each other's assholes?
Yeah. So dogs sniff each other's butts because it gives them an idea of like what they ate, what their deal is.
They're like, I see you had the wild and free kibble. I myself had the turkey.
They can also tell, a lot of people don't know this, the animal's sexual preference. And so whether or not to engage in, butt stuff or not butt stuff. And it's actually very helpful in the mating process.
It's all very consensual.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely no dog rape.
Never.
Actually, I can't say that.
I'm sure it exists.
Well, dude, ducks have corkscrew penises and they just latch on. Well, fuck, man, your ducks are gangster shit.
70%,
like mobster. Yeah.
70% of ducklings are a product of rape. Apparently,
what?
Yeah, they have corkscrew penises, and ducks are like one of the only birds to have penises.
What?
Yeah.
What do the other birds do? Just like cluck into the other bird's vagina?
It's called a cloaca kiss.
No,
and
it's
their
not.
little bird holes touch, and then
No.
the male shoots his load into the lady hole. I'm not even kidding. And I would know. I watch it happen.
You actively participate?
Yeah. I had to try for myself.
Oh my God.
No, it's fucking insane. But ducks are one of the only birds that have wieners. So, you know, and it's ironic because even chickens don't have cocks, you know? It's like a cock without a cock. Anyway, so it's actually really sad because my mom and I got these ducks like 4 or 5 years ago. We were like, oh, they're so cute. Oh my God. And like they're miniature ducks. And like
With maximum penises.
Yes, with massive cocks. And because we got 2 females and a male and they mated. And so they started laying eggs. And we were like, oh my God, we should let them hatch the eggs because baby ducks are so fucking cute. And then they reached sexual maturity.
Oh God.
And they all started fucking each other. Although it was more like
siblings?
rape. Yeah, they fucking raped each other.
Oh my God. That
Yeah.
is disgusting. You told me that you came back from a vacation one time and one of the female ducks had been raped and murdered.
She got fucked to death. It was like fucking awful. Ducks are really awful.
How does that even happen? Like,
I think they drowned her. It's really fucked up.
is this a fucking drama on HBO? Like, what is happening?
Yeah. So the females have corkscrew vaginas in the reverse direction.
Are they all the same corkscrew shape, or do some guys have like jigsaw cocks and they have to like find their perfect match?
Yes.
Aww.
You have to find your perfect puzzle piece, duck, penis, and vagina combo.
Wait. I heard that the ducks have like dead end parts of their vagina that are like trick pathways. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm serious.
So they got that escape room pussy.
Yeah, you had to work for it. No, it's I don't know. Evolution's fucked up, man. It's like how cats have barbed penises because they don't want the females to get away.
God damn it.
There's a lot of R word in the animal kingdom,
Yeah,
man.
no shit, dude. I saw a video recently on YouTube, but there was like a pack of wolves hanging out in the wilderness, and there was like one lone wolf kind of like slinking around, like following them. And while the main wolf pack was hanging out, whatever, the daughter snuck out and fucked the
What?
the
This sounds
loner
like some
wolf?
teen drama.
Yeah. And so the show is explaining that wolves get stuck together while they're having sex. And so the dad noticed that his daughter was gone and found them having sex, and they were stuck together.
No.
And he chased the fucking like the loner wolf away. But I was like, this is so human.
He's like, Kaylee, what are you doing?
Who is this guy? God damn it.
My daughter's not a slut. He gets his like wolf shotgun out and chases him away.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of predatory behavior, we've been watching Pen 15 recently and dying on the inside because it is so fucking good. If anyone hasn't seen it, essentially the premise is that these 2 full-grown women play like their middle school selves, and each episode kind of details like a different insane part about growing up. And in the most recent, they made like a part 2 of the 2nd season, and there are multiple episodes in which like they're being hit on or like taken advantage of by like older guys.
It's so fucking painfully awkward sometimes. And I guess it's comforting in a way because, you know, it's like, oh, it's not just me who had that experience.
It's
like,
comforting and horrifying at the same time.
right. Like, oh God, just like every time the popular girls are bitches on that show, I get
Oh my
so
God.
fucking triggered.
You had one of those girls at your school. I feel like you told me about her a lot.
Yeah.
I think we all did, though. We always had the one kid at school who's an absolute piece of shit in general, but specifically to us.
Dude, it was fucking insane. My middle school bully befriended my friends and then got them to hate me.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm serious. But you know what? Looking back at it, those were not my fucking real friends. If they were
No.
that easily swayed by my fucking bully who they knew hated me,
Yeah.
who also lived right across the street from me, by the way.
Oh, good fucking bye. Your
Yeah.
bully lived right across the street from you. Was she like fake nice to you, or was she just explicitly an asshole?
Yeah, it was very layered because she
I like how you just said yeah because both.
because she really wanted to be my friend.
She must have been jealous.
She was like, her family life was fucking chaotic.
Uh-oh.
And like her older brother was a fucking psycho. Like he held me down one time and then was like dripping water onto my forehead trying to fucking like waterboard me.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm serious. fucking insane. So
I mean, that's really funny now that you're talking about it, but I'm sure in the moment it was terrifying.
yeah, I could have sworn he was going to go to prison or some shit, and he might as well have. But
For waterboarding a child.
for waterboarding someone. No, but I feel like she was just jealous, and when I didn't want to fucking put up with her shit because she was just a bad friend. She was mean to me. She was just very like rude, and I think I eventually was like, I don't really want to be your friend, whatever. And then she just went fucking bonkers, and then was acting even worse to me, and that's when she befriended my friends and was like, Jillian sucks, right?
That is so, like, sociopathic.
I know.
Kids are fucking awful. I remember skating at my local park, like, last year, and these kids drilling me about why I was wearing a sports bra. They were, like, fucking 8 years old, commenting on, like,
dude,
my
kids
appearance
are
and shit. And I was like, what is... And it's so sad because I hear so many kids make fucked up statements now still.
I know.
And I'm like, dude, how, given the current climate and everything we've gone through and allegedly grown and learned about, how are you still saying shit that kids my age were saying when I was a kid? You're an entire 2 generations younger than us. What is fucking happening?
Yeah, it's like, kids say the darndest things, but also kids are fucking mean.
Kids say the most racist things.
Kids are sexist, they're racist, they're classist.
They're homophobic.
Excuse me. Can we run that back?
I was trying to say... Just the wrong word. I was trying to say homophobic in like a weird way. But kids are also homophobic. Homophobic. That's what I was. Homophobic. Not the other thing that I didn't say.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, but just in terms of like homophobia, and because I like to think we've learned a lot as a culture and whatnot, but then sometimes you have conversations with people and you're like, did I hear what you just said right? Like,
Right.
Did someone spike my drink? Like, is this happening? There's been a person in both of our lives who, when intoxicated, has said questionable things. And I don't know if they don't realize that it's not a good point that they're making or if this is what they actually believe.
Well, they basically said something about how gay people shouldn't say the F slur.
Yeah, fun.
Yes.
They're not allowed to have fun and they're not allowed to say it. So I don't know why this isn't even a conversation.
I mean, yeah, that's what God intended. They're not allowed to have fun.
That's why he called them the gays.
Right.
You know.
I mean, I thought we all knew that, but whatever.
Gay doesn't mean happy. Like, anyway, people are crazy. What were you saying?
No, she's like, I don't think gay people should say the F slur. Just like, black people get mad when people say the N word. But then they say it in their rap songs and stuff. But she said the word. She said the hard R.
She said all the words. Right?
She said all of them. She was like, it's like how they say the N word in their song, And she's like, but I guess there's a difference between like soft A versus hard R, which she still said both. And then the other person I was with was like, well, I think they're allowed to say hard R or soft A, and she said them both.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
said fucking both words. And
I like how in talking about the words that white people shouldn't say or non-gay people shouldn't say or anyone, they said the words.
Right.
They're like, I don't think F words should say F words. You're just fucking sitting there with your jaw to the floor like, are you hearing what you're saying right now? And you're like, you have friends and people personally in the community who will say those words as a way to reclaim it for themselves and take the power away from it. And
literally not for you to say who can fucking say it.
Right.
Unless you're a part of those groups.
It's like people who are like the fucking, I don't know, social justice warriors for groups that they're not a part of and then try to speak on behalf of those groups in terms of what they find offensive or not. I'm like, I understand defending a group who's been historically marginalized and had prejudice against and been discriminated against. That's fine. You can defend them. But you don't get to decide for those people as individuals or as a group if they find it offensive or not.
Right. And by the way, like those groups obviously aren't a monolith. There are people
Yeah.
within those groups that don't like those words either and they don't use them. And that's perfectly fucking fine. Like I call my friends bitch, you know, in like a loving way.
So many names.
It's like,
Cunt,
oh, bitch.
you sandwich
you
making whore.
Fucking baby maker, fucking hole. You're just a hole.
Yeah.
But then, you know, the girls that I was talking to, they're like, I don't like the word cunt. I refuse to use that word. I'm like, fuck, I say it all the time.
Have fun not having fun then, cunt.
You cunt.
I think it's when guys call women bitch or cunt. It feels a little different.
That
feels a little more
I have a
aggressive.
problem with. That I have a huge problem with. I think
Yeah.
when men, even just like in casual conversation, like I feel like if they specifically calling a woman a cunt or a
They're
bitch.
Like, this bitch. I was like, hold on.
Yeah,
I just
jail.
Let me understand what your frame of mind is surrounding that word and like the context, because I don't know. I feel like there's ways to use it that's not directly just, I don't know, being misogynistic, but a lot of the time from guys it just feels inherently misogynistic.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why women reclaim it.
But
because,
but that's the thing, when we reclaim it, it's not to use negatively.
right, exactly.
That's the key thing. It's like it's been flipped around to be a like word for camaraderie, like hey bitch.
Yeah,
Hey,
like
cunt.
bitch, like you look so good, you know.
Yeah, but like it goes with any word that's been used as a slur throughout history. It's turned around on its head to where the people who've been using it to make people of those groups feel oppressed, they don't have that power anymore. It's been stripped from them and turned around to be positive. It's like the biggest fuck you can say to people who were oppressive.
You know, within this discussion, I think it's really important that we start using more gender neutral insults,
Slurs.
like gender neutral slurs.
Like asshole.
Like asshole.
Well, unless you don't have an asshole, in which that's a whole other situation.
Right.
Well, we don't want to be ableist.
Right, that's right.
Fuck.
Okay.
Can't say asshole. Poophead is always, you know.
Poophead,
Poophead's a good
shithead.
one. Yeah, shithead.
But if you don't have an asshole, are you? Well, I guess you can still shit without an asshole.
How does that?
You have a little bag.
Oh shit. Oh, I mean, fuck. That's the thing about swear words is like they're inherently offensive to someone somewhere.
Right.
So who gives a fuck?
Dude, my parents used to get so mad when I would swear. Meanwhile, Joseph says the F word every fucking word, and then they don't give a fuck. But if I say something, they're like, you can't say that.
That's not very ladylike. I'm like, well, bitch, I'm not a lady, so.
Every time, like, I would be sitting down or something, and I wouldn't have my legs crossed or whatever, and my mom's like, that's not ladylike. I would literally just sit there and spread my legs wider. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, Mom.
You man spread the shit out of that area.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like having your legs crossed, it also cuts your circulation off, and
I mean, I'm literally sitting with my legs crossed right now.
same.
But if I don't want to, I don't have to.
Well, I'm also hiding my massive fucking fupa situation I have going on right now because
My massive bush.
it is that time of the month for Jillian and I. Well, she's already a few steps ahead of me, but I've had some homicidal rage coming with the premenstrual
Girl,
syndrome
I know.
shit.
You know, I don't really keep track of my period anymore because it's just sort of like whatever. Like it's a little irregular.
Living life on the edge.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm unpredictable.
You're like, I think I'll wear white pants today. I'm feeling risky.
My mom fucking wore white pants one time on the bus ride, and when she was in middle school, and on the bus ride home, she got her period, and she was sitting in the back of the bus, and she had a big fat red stain on her ass as she had to walk to the front. I feel like I don't keep track of it, but I can emotionally and physically tell when it's coming. Like even before like the real PMS starts, like I get so irate. I get so annoyed and angry very easily.
Yeah. I got into a bit of a fight with someone this week, and someone else. Yeah, it was you. I physically punched her multiple times. She's breathing through a straw right now.
I have 2 black eyes. I can't see.
And we got her an iron lung. No, but I was driving back home sometime this past week at night after a kickboxing class. But I was driving down one of these like narrow residential streets where There are cars parked on either side, so the road in the middle is essentially big enough for a car and a half. And this guy coming towards me flashes his lights at me, but doesn't stop so like I can pull ahead and he can pull through to the other side. So we end up sitting in a fucking standstill for what was probably like 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I'm rolling my window down. I'm like, dude, like I was heading your way first. I was already past the point to where we both could have fit through. You didn't pull to the side. Please pull to the side. I'm like rolling my window down talking to this guy. I think he was an Uber driver because he had a mask on and someone was in the back seat. And we're literally sitting there for 3 minutes until cars start piling up on both sides of us and start honking at us. And now I'm honking at the guy. And then eventually he fucking moved out of the way. But
oh my God. What a fucking asshole.
Y'all,
I mean a shithead. Sorry.
A bee body. Fuck. Is that offensive?
a pee poo.
A pea head. Well, anyway, he was a big pea head. And I just kind of rode the anger out. I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Like in the fucking episode of It's Always Sunny where Dee is taking steroids and she's like, and then I came home and I looked in the mirror, my lips were blue. So I don't know what.
All right.
I'm just having a mental breakdown, like freezing, not getting enough oxygen. And I looked at the symptoms and it's like when you haven't gotten enough oxygen or you're turning into a blueberry.
Yeah, you ate some weird gum at a chocolate factory.
Yeah.
I got so fucking annoyed this week. This person that Lauren and I both know.
Sorry, there's a gnat in here. Where'd it go?
It was a skeeter.
Oh! Ew, it's so big. Sorry, resume. Jillian's been dealing with some bullshit recently.
That thing was gonna fucking feast on us all night. I'm glad we fucking killed it. That was teamwork.
I'm not. What if it was a vampire?
We could have been mosquito vampires.
Okay.
That's so stupid. Anyway, this guy that we both know, we were just having like a friendly conversation, whatever. And then he was like, oh, by the way, like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I know you're in a committed relationship, but like,
You're like, too late?
Yeah. But I think, ever since I've met you, like, I thought you were adorable and I still think you're adorable. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh, no.
Because I felt a little awkward. And I told a friend about it and she said something really, really, really wise. She said, some people don't care about how you feel. They just want to make themselves feel good. So him saying that stuff tonight wasn't for, him saying that stuff tonight was for himself.
Yeah.
He wanted to get it off his chest. He doesn't care what position that puts you in, or else he would have just kept it to himself. And I was like, girl.
Yeah.
Even my dad was like, this guy's shooting a shot and that's not okay. Like he's trying
to. That's a really tame way to put it too.
He's trying to see if you'll cheat on your fucking husband.
Like I said in the first episode of the show, there was this like 46-year-old guy who was married who, after telling me he was married and had 2 kids, told me he thought I was cute and asked me if I thought he was cute. Which it's so inherently offensive because on your part, you have a fucking husband and he doesn't give a fuck about that. On his part, he has a fucking wife and he's completely disrespecting her and asking me to disrespect her by asking me to get involved with him.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
It's super disrespectful. And I just tried to put myself in that position, like thinking about like, what if I was single and I was friends with a guy who I thought was really attractive but was married?
Yeah.
There's just no situation where I would say, hey, I know you're married or whatever. I know you're like,
can I suck that dick?
Yeah. Let me get some of that cock. Like, there's just no situation where I would be like, I think you're really handsome, but like, don't take it the wrong way. Like, I just want to be friends.
But
like,
if you did, then you wouldn't have said that in the first place.
Right. Because not only does that not change anything, it's like, what now he feels awkward because he knows this about me. And like, because now I feel like I need to put distance between me and this person.
He made it awkward and now he's going to house some sort of resentment towards you for denying him what he wants, which is his fucking problem. And he made it weird.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah. You fucked it up, my guy. Like, I don't know.
Feel any remorse for these people. I'm not sorry.
There was just no other way. And weirdly enough, my mom was like, oh, I think it's kind of harmless.
Oh,
I'm like,
you mean your mom who told you to cook and clean so you
Well,
can keep your husband?
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, we don't take our mom's advice to heart. Sorry, moms. It's a little outdated usually.
It is kind of funny though, because I did tell Marco about it and he did not give a fuck at all.
Well,
Like,
that's
respectfully, because he
Yeah.
knows there's no competition. So
well, yeah, he does have a 16 foot long, man stick. So,
toe,
huh?
a 16-foot long toe.
Toe. It actually works better than his penis.
That's why I married him. I mean,
the Ant-Man with the 16-foot long toe.
no, I just, it's like,
I'm not
man,
surprised. He's so secure in his masculinity that
Yeah.
he wouldn't get all defensive or
Of course,
weird.
he's not the jealous type, which I actually really appreciate because I've had some very toxically jealous partners before. So this is just like a little slice of the pie, if you know what I'm saying, like a little look into what this relationship was.
Moldy, like key lime pie, no one likes.
Yeah, disgusting carrot cake.
Yeah.
Um,
Not a pie, but sure.
well, whatever. First of all, not only did this person like sexually assault me, which is another thing, but
Worse than a duck.
yeah, worse than a duck, and his dick was still corkscrew.
At
So
least it didn't murder you
true, he didn't drown me. So
in a pond. Sorry. I can't.
Anyway, he was just really controlling and, very emotionally abusive. And like there was one time we were sitting on BART, which is like a transportation system in the Bay Area, and I was playing on my phone, like fucking Flappy Bird or some shit, I don't know. And he was like, "Oh, can I play?" I was like, "Yeah." So I gave him my phone, and he was sitting closer to the window, so he like leaned himself up against the window, and I wasn't like the wall to the window, sweat dripped down my balls.
Yeah.
So like I thought he was just like, like getting comfortable, like playing fucking whatever little mobile game. And then we just happened to enter this like dark tunnel, and I could see the reflection of my phone screen onto the window. And stop.
I'm sorry. I just saw the entire train go dark and like zooming in on the fucking phone screen.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Please.
I could see the reflection of my phone screen.
He's looking up like bear porn.
Furry porn.
You look like a bear, so it makes sense.
And yeah, no, but like a gross one.
Yeah.
And
Like a feral, what the fuck's that teddy bear? Fozzie Bear?
yeah,
The Muppets? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. My older brother used to say he looked like human Shrek except ugly. Anyway, God, sorry. So I could see the reflection of my phone screen, and he was looking through my text messages, specifically with my guy friend. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Oh," like I was like, "Stop looking through my text." He's like, "I'm not." And then I was like, "I can literally see you doing it." And
Oh
he
my
got all
God.
flustered. It's just like shit like that is just fucking wild, man.
Yeah. He was super controlling and just an awful person. I mean, for everyone's sake, including his, I hope he's learned and grown.
Sure,
since then.
yeah, whatever. I also
Doubt
could not
it.
give less of a fuck. I hope he burns in hell. But, that's why I'm so glad that Marco is not like that, because he's actually just a normal, healthy human being.
As normal as a man, human man can be.
That was grown in a petri dish in a lab.
In a lab, yeah.
But
in World War II era Germany.
right, who can expand his body to the size of like, a building, but also shrink it down to the size of an ant.
Yes, with the 16-foot toe.
Yes.
Weirdly enough, the toe stays the same side throughout.
Yeah, it's weird. You'd think it would also, proportionally shift, but it does not.
No, he's either giant with a small toe or small with a giant toe. And that's it.
But like I said, Marco just is like, okay, like
Yeah.
he just doesn't care. So and
I
also,
got pissed off for you, and I literally fucking messaged the guy until you called me and told me to stop, and I had to unsend it.
I hate confrontation.
sometimes it's
I did I did decide though, if some shit happens again, I will be saying something. I'll just be like, okay, bro, like back the fuck up.
If some shit happens again, we are going to message all of you privately a specific address, and Jillian's going to tell this man to meet her there for coffee.
Yeah, an address and a time.
Mhm.
Everyone show up.
Bring tools.
Yes, bring a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah, and if you have zip ties and
Like
duct
pliers.
tape.
Yeah.
Any kind of a rag that could be stuffed inside a human mouth.
Yeah.
Would be
Bleach.
good.
We'll need some bleach.
Maybe an axe. We'll see. But
Trash bags.
yeah. And directions to the nearest forest. So if something happens, we will definitely keep you updated. Please expect a direct message from us on the details of his disposal. I mean, the coffee meetup.
I hate to talk so much about that, by the way.
I don't.
Because I know it's obviously not so savory, but it's just like I just think,
Delicious.
yeah.
I mean, hating on people is delicious.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bad habit.
I'm a hater. I actually really like being a hater.
Wow.
Well, fuck, man. Like, men, please stop being weird and creepy. Like, I know you think it's like endearing, but no.
Trust me, it's not what you think
When
it
I
is.
literally have not given any indication that I am reciprocating it. By the way, I could tell he really hoped that I was going to say, I think you're cute too.
Of course. Like, in his mind, he probably thought you guys were going to fuck in the bathroom. Like, who knows? Who knows? And he tried to get you to go on some cabin trip with him.
Right.
And quote unquote other people, but.
Right. He's like, you can bring your cousin or your SO. I'm like, my husband?
And then I text because you texted me that, and I was like, it's the same person.
Yeah, first of all, get it right.
My cousin is my SO. My sexy obelisk.
My sexy obstetrician gynecologist.
Yeah, Jillian fired her OBGYN and she's using me now. I'm not at all qualified, but it's worked out okay.
You have one too, so I figured you might as well know, right?
Yeah, I might have gotten a few things stuck up there. How's it?
That's been, I might be infected, but I
frog.
think that's normal. Yeah.
Is he alive?
Occasionally I hear a
Well, just text me if things start growing out of it, and if it stops making noises, and I'll come right over.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I do have
Tweezers.
no barbecue tongs. I use them for everything. They might be a little dirty, but we'll clean them up. We'll take care of it.
Nothing a little bleach can't take care of.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if we do give you the sign, please come with bleach. No reason,
You ready with the strap?
And maybe we should have a meetup at some point. If more than 5 people start listening to the podcast, maybe we'll
fan meetup.
Yeah, you guys can fan us and feed us grapes.
Yeah,
And then-
and bring your oscillating fans.
Also cash, but we'll figure out the details later. Until then, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Relatable Pod Show. You can check out our website at relatablepodcastshow.com. .gov, and check out our Patreon. All the links and whatnot are in our bio. We're really hoping to start doing video episodes so you can see our insanity firsthand, live. Not live, but in person. Not in person because we'll be on video, but the
Virtual representations
Yes.
of what we look like in real life.
our avatars.
Our metaverse avatars.
We're gonna hire models to just mouth the words that we're saying off screen and go from there. But until next week, we'll see y'all later. And don't take any shit.
That's right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.